My love, why did you stop calling me in? I feel it, your absence, in the quiet corners of my mind. In the spaces where your voice used to echo, where your energy used to hold me when no one else could. It's quieter now, not peaceful, just quieter, empty, like the warmth left the room and no one said goodbye. I used to feel your pull like the tide, gentle but constant. I would close my eyes and I could almost hear you whispering to my soul. But now, it's like the line between us has gone slack, like you stopped reaching for me in the dark. And I get it, I do. If I were you, I wouldn't have kept calling either. Not after the silence I gave you, not after the confusion, the mixed signals, the walls I kept building higher every time you tried to knock them down with your love. I miss you. Gods, I miss you in ways I can't explain. In ways I never thought I could miss someone. It's more than missing your face or your touch. I miss who I was when you were near. I miss the clarity. I miss the reflection of myself I only ever saw through your eyes, eyes that looked at me like I was still worth loving, even when I couldn't recognize myself. There's a pain I carry now. It lives in my chest, a weight I try to ignore, but it rises every time I hear your name in a dream, or see someone who almost walks like you, or hear a song that once made you smile. I swear the universe keeps sending me messages with your signature on them. 444, the scent of your perfume in places I've never been with you. You haunt me beautifully and cruelly. I used to think I was protecting you by staying silent. I convinced myself that the version of me you loved wasn't real, that you had projected some fantasy onto a broken man. But you weren't wrong. You saw me, my real soul, even when I was hiding behind all my masks. You saw through the storm I had become, and I was afraid of that. I was afraid of being seen by someone like you. I tried to replace you, I won't lie. I tried distractions, flirtations, shallow comforts. I even convinced myself for a while that someone else could fill your space. But they couldn't, no one can. They don't know how to speak the language my soul only ever learned with you. They touch my skin, but they never reach my spirit. You did that, you still do, even in silence. There were nights I almost called you. God, there were so many. I would hold the phone, stare at your name, type out a message, and delete it. Because I thought, what if you don't want to hear from me anymore? What if I missed my chance? What if the bridge I burned can't be rebuilt? But you're still here, aren't you? Somewhere in the background of my life, like a song that never stops playing. I feel you in my bones, in the spaces between my thoughts. I still dream of you. Vivid dreams, too real to be just memories. Sometimes we're laughing, sometimes we're fighting, sometimes we're just holding each other, saying all the things we never got to. I wake up crying more than I'd like to admit. And I know you're dreaming too. I feel it. Our souls still meet in places our bodies can't reach. The karmic cycles I got trapped in, they dulled my light. I thought I had to stay to finish something, to prove something. But really, I was just afraid of stepping into the unknown. And you were the unknown, the vast, infinite, sacred unknown. A mirror I didn't know how to face. And so I ran, I chose fear, I chose easy, I chose numb. And I hurt you, I know I did. You didn't deserve that. You loved me purely. You offered me grace when I gave you confusion. You stayed when I was distant. And when you finally walked away, I felt it like the earth split open. I lost my breath, my peace, myself. You stopped calling me in, and maybe you had to. Maybe you had to protect your own heart because mine wasn't ready to hold it, and I understand. But I want you to know, even when you stopped calling, I never stopped hearing you. Your silence spoke louder than your words ever did, and it cracked me open. The healing hasn't been pretty. There were nights I begged the universe for answers, for relief. I've seen parts of myself I didn't want to admit existed, but I faced them. Because I want to be the man you saw in me, not for you but for us, for this connection, for what we're meant to become together. There are still days when I doubt, days when I think maybe it's too late. But then the signs come again, your initials on a license plate, our song on the radio, a stranger saying something you once whispered in my ear. And I remember, divine timing isn't always comfortable, but it's always right. I had to grow into the man worthy of this love, and I'm still becoming him. Jealousy, yeah, I've felt it. I've wondered if someone else gets to hold you now. If someone else gets to hear your laughter, to kiss the lips that once said my name like a prayer. And it kills me. But if someone is loving you the way you deserve, then part of me is grateful, even if it's not me. Because you deserve everything good, everything warm, everything kind. But if your heart still waits for me, even just a little, then know that I'm coming. Slowly, with reverence, with intention, I won't rush this. I won't fumble it again. I'm learning to lead with my soul, not my fear. Sometimes I ask the stars if you still think of me, if you still believe in us. If your heart still beats to the same rhythm mine does when I see 333 and think of the time we laughed so hard we cried. I remember the way you used to hold my face in your hands like I was made of light. No one, ever touched me like that since, and no one ever will. I want to tell you everything now. The way I cried on the floor the night you stopped responding. The way I watched your stories on social media just to see if you were smiling. The way I almost broke down when I heard someone else call out your name. The way I've written letters to you in my mind, over and over, begging for another chance. I want you to know I'm changing, not pretending, not performing, transforming, real, gut-wrenching, soul-burning change. I've been called to step into the truth of who I am, and you were the catalyst. You were the flame that lit the match I kept hiding from. My beloved, I've learned that love like ours doesn't fade. It doesn't disappear, it waits, quietly, eternally. And maybe we had to break so we could rebuild on something stronger, something real, not fantasy, not projection, but truth, soul truth. I don't expect you to open your arms right away. I don't expect forgiveness without proof. But I do ask that you listen to your heart, to the signs, to the whisper of my soul when the wind moves just right. I'm still here. I always was, even when I pretended not to be. This connection is sacred, bigger than both of us, older than this lifetime. We've done this before, maybe not in these bodies, but somewhere I feel it. Every time I close my eyes, every time I hear your name, every time I feel the universe pulling me towards something I can't explain, it's always you. So if you've been wondering whether I still care, the answer is yes, more than ever. If you've been asking for a sign, this is it. If your heart still waits for mine, I'm on my way. Slowly, humbly, but with everything I have. I won't run this time. I've run far enough. You stopped calling me in, but maybe now it's my turn to call you. Come home, beloved. I'll wait, I'll heal, I'll rise. And when the time is right, when the stars align and the silence softens and our souls recognize each other again, I'll be there. Not as the man who broke your heart, but as the one who finally learned how to carry it.